Buddhaya. Welcome to my YouTube channel, Meditate with me. Today, I am ready to tell you how to do mental culture and meditation correctly. So, let's see what this mental culture or meditation. We are living in a world community where people think they can find happiness, inner peace and harmony through wealth, power and social states. They also seek happiness through family relationships, jobs, partners, friends and sensual pleasure. They try to change the external conditions of their physical, social and political environment in various ways because they believe that when these conditions are developed, they can become happy and peaceful. But they forgot that at no time will conditions stop changing. Even before the fulfillment of their dreams, things will change and the promise of happiness fades away like the morning mist at daybreak. The harder they try to reach out for happiness, the more elusive it becomes. Like catching a fluttering butterfly which is so enticingly near. People waste a lot of their mental energy when they do not know how to harness it. Energy is like a waterfall almost every day. Water falls from the waterfall. An innovative engineer, after studying this phenomenon, builds a dam to harness this power. The water circulated is converted into hydroelectric power, which lights up streets and houses and keeps factories running. In the same way, we can accumulate our mental energy, harness it, and use it well to serve others, besides enabling ourselves to experience peace and happiness. The Buddha developed his mental energy to a supreme level, which as a result enabled to finally gain enlightenment. According to Albert Einstein, even atomic energy which has shaken the whole world can't train man's mind. Such is the nature of the mind. Without religious guidance, it is difficult to train the mind. Man has turned the whole world into a time bomb because of his ego, hatred, selfishness, and cunningness. The life of every living being is in danger by the various inventions clever people have made but which are misused by those in power. Atomic energy, for example, has been discovered by a human mind and can be utilized for constructive or destructive purpose. But today politicians seem to be using this energy as a threat to their neighbors and the whole world. Unless they control their mental energy and channel it for productive ends, great destruction can result. Insecurity of mankind. Today, no one can live peacefully without being filled with fear, suspicion, and tension. Every being that exists creates some problem for others. They suffer as a result of action performed out of ignorance. Why do some people create such problems which violate the peace and happiness of others? It is due to selfishness rooted in an untrained mind. Whatever method we adopt to increase our knowledge in the scientific, technological or academic fields is by itself inadequate. No proper development of the mind can occur, nor can there be real understanding in a mind enslaved by materialistic desires. Due to increase in materializing, man becomes more and more violent, jealous and it crosses with hatred. Modern man seems to apply his selfishness and greed to anything behaves. One man can't trust another although they live together. Even in a densely populated world, men somehow are plagued by insecurity and loneliness because of their lack of confidence and trust in their fellow human beings. It is very difficult to judge what is in a person's mind. He pretends to be cultured, civilized, educated, or religious. Nobody knows him as the crook which he really is. He swindles, cheats, or misleads others for his own benefit. When you reflect on man's crookedness, you can see that animals, in many ways, are even better than human beings. Animals are not that cunning and never mislead others. The two-legged animals who live in concrete jungles are unreliable and selfish, and often endanger society by introducing all sorts of immoral practices. Considering the sophisticated technology at man's disposal, we know that if there is any being who can destroy the world, it will be man himself. In the past, people had some mythological belief that one day a good or devil would destroy this world. Now we can see for ourselves who is going to destroy this world. Too much political power is given to a few decision makers and manipulators. As a result, the fate of millions of human beings is literally in their hands. If one of those men presses a button, the whole world could be reduced to rubble and ashes in minutes. And if he is mentally deranged like Hitler, the chance of global destruction is even higher. Over the centuries, certain methods have been discovered by wise people which enable human beings to lead a respectable life. The culture of any community is based on these basic moral principles set out by the wise men, but unfortunately, all these noble methods in culture and religion are misused. Look within yourself. Most people adopt the wrong methods to find peace and happiness. They seek them from outside of themselves instead of looking within themselves. People foolishly try to overcome their miserias by seeking to please their senses. They drink, gamble, and dance under the illusion that they are enjoying happiness. Sensual stimulation does not really bring peace and relaxation. The more we try to please the senses through sensual pleasures, the more will we become slaves to the senses. There will be no end to our craving for satisfaction in this way. We need to develop insight into the real nature of things. Without insight, we will be like a person who enjoys the taste of honey, oblivious to the danger from the bees. Many people, however, are beginning to realize the real source of their happiness and the cause of their troubles. We can't change the chaotic situation in this world unless we create a peaceful and harmonious environment for others to live peacefully. To do that, we have first to tame the mind which is clouded with evil. It should be filled with purity or wisdom which is gained through the cultivation of religious and spiritual principles. Writing on insight, Bhikkhu Sangharakkhita says, by insight we mean the clear vision, the clear perception of the true nature of things, of what in traditional Buddhist terminology is called things as they really are. In other words, to use more abstract, more philosophical phraseology, it is a direct perception of reality itself. This is what meditation at its height is. This is what insight or sight really is. Such perception is twofold. It is insight into the condition, which is to say the world or whatever is mundane, transitory, and so on, and it is insight into the unconscious, that which transcends the world, the absolute, the ultimate. Man can be free. The purpose of religion is to train the mind, not to blindfold mankind with dogma. By controlling the mind, we calm our senses and gain deep relaxation. When we talk of controlling the mind, we do not mean brainwashing. A person must control his own mind willingly and through personal effort. No one should attempt to control the thinking of another. If we are able to control the mind, then we will be able to control everything that affects us. The mind, which is fully controlled and purified, will be free from mental dispersons and can see many things not perceivable by others with their naked eyes. This is the only method to achieve mental purity and emancipation. The Buddha gained his enlightenment through this method and by virtue of his own personal experiences. Only then did he introduce the way for others to follow. Although people and animals can be trained in a physical sense, the training of the mind is more difficult to accomplish. Meditation, which is a system of mind training, is therefore not an easy task and requires earnestness and effort. Because of its intricacies, many people have misused it and misled others for their personal material gain. The main purpose of meditation is to help us understand phenomena properly so as to remove the fantasies of our imagination which give us a false view of reality. The mind influenced by greed is like a bowl of colored water which does not accurately reflect the color of light. The mind given to anger is like a bowl of boiling water which hinders clear penetration of light. The mind overcome by laziness is like stagnant water. All is covered with moss and weeds. The mind by excitement and worry is like water disturbed by the wind. The mind that is habitually in doubt is like muddy water placed in darkness. Here we can understand the many difficulties we will have to person if the mind is polluted or divided. Power of meditation. J. Krishnamurti, the enigmatic spiritual teacher, gives an elucidative definition of meditation. He says, meditation is not an escape from the world, it is not an isolating, self-enclosing activity, but rather the comprehension of the world and its ways. The world has little to offer apart from food, clothes and shelter and pleasure with its great sorrows. What is important in meditation is the quality of the mind and the heart. It is not what you achieve or what you say you attain, but rather the quality of mind that is innocent and vulnerable. Through negation, there is the positive state, merely to gather or to live in experience. Denies the purity of meditation. Meditation is not a means to an end. It is both the means and the end. The mind can never be made innocent through experience. It is the negation of experience that brings about the positive state of innocence which can't be cultivated by thought. Thought is never innocent. Meditation is the ending of thought, not by the meditator. For the meditator is the meditation. If there is no meditation, then you are like blind man in a world of great beauty, light and color. Meditation is very useful in helping a person to live peacefully despite various disturbances that are so prevalent in this modern world. Not everyone can retire to a forest or to live in inwardly towards far from the madding crowd. Through the practice of meditation, we can confront and face the pressures of modern living. Meditation practiced consistently will help a person to face, understand, and overcome every problem pertaining to life. For meditation to proceed and progress, the mind must be completely neutralized from desire and aversion. Of course, at the beginning, one will find this extremely difficult. We can't control the mind in a single attempt, especially by force, but should apply right effort through practice and understanding. I hope to bring you the rest of this section in the next video. Thank you. Namo Buddhaya.